Cape Town around about 1992. And Andile and I were brought here by the people negotiating the end of apartheid. And the two of us were the technical experts advising the ANC delegation on the licensing of the mobile networks. It was me and Andile. They actually had the audacity to call us experts. But the thing was, there were no Black Africans who knew anything about mobile communications. This is 92. And I had to explain to these guys how frequency spectrum worked and why there could only be 2 operators in South Africa. And one of them said to me, do you think it's better for us to focus on buying newspapers or to support this new thing that you're working on? I said, I think you should give them some support. So they decided to build MTN, and Vodacom was licensed, and the thing was unblocked. So I think you should give Andile a big bump, because he then became the first Director General of the regulator, post-apartheid Director General. So it's always, for me, when I look at a room like this and I see you all here, I just think of the journey we have come, the industry we have built together across this continent. From those days when Andile, myself, Nico Waitare were running around trying to explain to people what mobile communications was about. But really, I'm not here about the past. I'm here about the future today. A couple of months ago, I traveled to Silicon Valley with my team, and we met the founder of NVIDIA, Mr. Jensen Huang. And we signed an agreement to purchase the first GPUs for the African continent. They told us there were only 80 NVIDIA GPUs on the African continent. And I said to Mr. Huang, I wanted 12,000. And he said, sure, you can have them. So the 12,000 GPUs are being distributed across 5 sites. And being in the mother city, Cape Town, they are here. They're actually being installed at a site just outside the city here. The data center's been built. I think there were about 28 shipments, containerized shipments that were flown in with the GPUs. And we're already onboarding customers, so glad to have you on board. But what does this mean for you as an industry? That's what we're really here to talk about. Anyone can talk about all these fancy new terms, AI factory, AI refinery, and cloud and so forth. But of course, most of you are techies like myself, so you don't need much explanation. But what does it mean for our industry? You saw the announcement from Josh Woodward, who heads the DeepMind team responsible for Google Gemini. They've asked us to play the role of integrating all the mobile operators. And we've already begun to integrate mobile operators who feed back into our AI factories. So this is a huge step for us. What it basically means for you and your customers is that you can begin to offer them the Gemini app, as well as we've already integrated the Claude app, as you saw from Anthropic, and many of you are already using it through our teams here. I was hoping to introduce them this morning, but their flight came in late, The OpenAI team from who do ChatGPT will also be joining us later on today. So this is huge for us. But our AI factory, it's not what does a factory produce? How do we integrate you and your businesses as our customers so that you can offer services to your own customers? And for that, we needed to turn to a major strategic player in this industry, which is Accenture, who have built a platform that overlays and orchestrates so that we can mediate between the computer system itself and directly into Enterprise Africa. I'm very pleased this morning because I didn't think he would make it. I saw him only about a week ago in San Francisco, but he says, I'm coming. The Senior Managing Director of Accenture is here. Please welcome Dave Wood to join me to the stage and to talk a little bit about what we can begin to do right now together